Trigger warning, you are now watching Wrestle AM. It's a half wrestling show, half morning show, pretty much all BS. And of course, you got the Koco crew here holding it down live. Yours truly, the sexiest man on all Urban Wrestling Radio. Boom, boom, here's Second Room, live from the RVA, Richmond, Virginia. And of course, join me there, way across the pond there in Tokyo, Japan, the man who's hungover and fresh out of the Denny's, none other than Dave Koco. And then, of course, join us there in sunny South Florida. He's the promoter, the CEO of BRAWL, his own wrestling promotion. He is the Iron Man, James Legend. How the hell are you, sir?
Hanging in there. I like to think of myself as the Charles Xavier, being in the wheelchair. But, you know, I'll take Iron Man.
Professor X. Oh, man. Professor X, I'm going to see your movie this weekend. Hopefully it's pretty good. Oh, damn. No, it's so horrible. I shouldn't enjoy that you're in a wheelchair so much, but I love you so much that it brings me joy. I love you no matter what.
The worst thing anybody's ever said. I shouldn't enjoy that you're in a wheelchair so much.
No, it's because I love you so much. Like I love you in a wheelchair. I love you outside of a wheelchair. I love you no matter what. But Xavier, all right, Xavier Woods. Let's move on. How many subscribers did we just lose right there?
All of them, right there. Just, what the fuck is this
like
bullshit? Unsubscribe. So, how's everybody had a good week?
Yeah, dude. Yesterday I had like the best day of my life. Like I just got like all good news. I was like, fuck yeah.
Oh, good news? What the fuck is this?
Dude, it was so weird. It was like fucking like 10 good newses at once. And like after the year I had, I was like, dude, I don't even know what to fucking do with good news. Like I thought maybe I died. Maybe this ain't even fucking real life anymore.
Lay them out here. I want to hear this. What's all the good news?
All right. One, good news. My book is going to be published later this year. My publisher hit me up. Second, I might have another gig where I have to write a sci-fi series. And if I write a sci-fi series, forget about podcasting and social life. Then I got to try out for, I guess, an audition to host a nerdy show. And like the funny thing is, I went and I was like, dude, you think I'm nerdy enough? And I kid you not, he just looked at me and he's like, what, do you think you're cool? And I was like, all right, good point. So there's that. I got possible sponsorship deals with future internet nerds shit. And then also I'm going to Sony's headquarters. So yeah, dude, like a lot of just great shit happened all in one day. And I was like, you know what? That makes up for one horrible fucking year. So yeah.
Basically, Boom Boom, what he's saying is he's ditching us again.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's like but no, and the cool thing is too, I played basketball, and I played basketball. Dude, I love basketball, but basketball does not love me. And fucking, I got in a fight with this girl. Dude, I got dumped by a girl I wasn't even dating. But anyway, no, because we were like kind of seeing each other, and then like she was mad at me.
Dumped on by a girl who we weren't dating.
because like we were like just hanging out, and then she's like, well, are we going to be a couple or not? And I'm like, I don't know, hanging out's kind of cool. And then she just got pissed. And I'm leaving out a lot of details that don't make me sound as bad as a person as I was, but that's the advantage of me telling the story and not her. But anyway,
first of all, you said you loved me in me being in a wheelchair. We know how bad of a person you are.
And then So like, but then like she left after like fucking scolding me. I was like, holy shit, dude, you're not paying me. You're not my wife. Why the fuck are you yelling at me? And then after that, I played like the greatest game of basketball ever. I was like fucking Tony Kukoc. In my wildest dreams, I'm not even Jordan. In my wildest dreams, I'm Tony Kukoc. But it doesn't matter, dude. I was like, dude, I was making shots and everything. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, today is a good day. And I think there was more good news, but that was pretty much the gist of it. So yeah. Hopefully I get that sci-fi series, because if I get that sci-fi series, then wow. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Life is fucking hard. I don't know if you guys know this. There's just not enough fucking time. It's bullshit, I tell you. Bullshit. Anyway, what's going on with you guys? Did you have like a great day? Did you get dumped by someone you weren't dating?
No, let's see.
Sorry, Boom Boom. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the best news I got this week. My niece was born on Tuesday.
Hey, congratulations, brother.
Yeah,
congratulations. Yeah, I'm going to read something on Snake Eyes. I agree with this 120%, but real life gets in the way. He says you need to be more consistent and dedicated, dude. Fucking tell me about it, bro. I'm not into like, fuck, dude. You're absolutely correct. Go on. Booms.
No, just everybody's doing fine. Baby's coming home. Actually, should be coming home today. So I was really excited. It was actually kind of funny. My oldest nephew, he's 6. He's ecstatic. He's like excited. He's got a baby sister. Oh, he loves it. You know, it's great. It's like the greatest thing ever. The younger brother, on the other hand, he's 2, and he's just like, meh, whatever. They just like showed us like, oh, here's your baby sister, and he just kind of looked at her and was like, okay, whatever, just walked off. I'm like, yes, this is going to be fun.
James, anything note you besides having the worst fucking friends ever? Nope. That's it. All right, let's give the people what they paid for. We're talking WWE Extreme Rules.
Oh, I thought you were talking hardcore nudity. I'm sorry.
No, fucking YouTube doesn't like nudity or anything. or just anything in general. Okay. James has to fucking leave. His computer broke, but he said he'll restart and come back.
Okay.
All right. Excuse me, James.
We'll still be here.
All right. You ready? You want to break it down, or do you want to stall for time for James, or just break it down? Let's go to live comments. That's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. What's up, Geek Prime X? Nothing much, dude. Just fucking gonna do a podcast. You need to be more consistent, dedicated, dude. Without a fucking doubt, bro. But you know how fucking hard real life is? Do you fucking know how hard real life is? You know what it is? I also want to do like 800 things, but I fucking can't because I only can concentrate on like one thing at a time. And yeah, YouTube is not that one thing right now, even though I love it. I do love it. Maybe we should just be a weekly show. I don't know. I love a meeting with Jerry because like I was like, oh man, we're gonna be awesome again, and then just stuff gets in the way. What? Oh, bum dude, bum makes me fucking laugh every time.
That's why they keep doing it.
Fuck, dude, it'll never get old. Maybe if we did a daily show, it would get old, but I doubt it. What's Bum's views on Manchester's bombing? Oh, Jesus Christ. What a tough question. Like, he always asks, like, what's the meaning of life? Does he believe the Muslims don't belong in our society? I think we should say that to the end. Dude, everyone at work, that's all they talk about. Dude, I don't even watch the news anymore. Is bad stuff still happening? I don't know. Like, it's weird because you don't have to, like, for real, you don't really have to watch the news. Let's be completely fucking honest. Okay, Booms, tell me if I'm all caught up. Everything is absolutely horrible, and it's only going to get worse. Got it.
Yeah, that's usually that's usually how everybody sums it up.
Got it. Good. You know, can you believe what blah, blah, blah did? I don't know, but I imagine it would be fucking horrible. It was the most horrible thing ever. I don't know, because I don't know. I had this idea, and I could be wrong. I had this idea that fucking, like, a long time ago. I was wrong about this. A long time ago, I was like, if I knew a lot of stuff, and I did a lot of research, I can convince people or educate people. And they're so stubborn, they won't be educated. They'll just listen to what they want to hear. So I gave up on that. And then I was like, dude, what's the fucking point? Like,
speaking of horrible,
you can't change anything. Hey, welcome back, bro. We just fucking we went to comment time. We're like, dude, what's comment time? And like, you know, we're trying to be a nerdy wrestling podcast. And he goes, what's Bum's view on Manchester's bombing? Does he believe that Muslims don't belong in our society?
I was watching on my phone.
Okay. So, yeah, fuck.
Like, why would you even ask that question?
I don't know. I guess he wants Bum to be on the spot.
Yeah, just trying to put me on the spot. That's all it is.
Dude, I find Bum to be hilarious too, and me and Dave call you Bum behind your back, but I won't do it to your face.
Oh,
now that I can see your face, it makes me feel bad.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hope Bum sticks around forever. I might just keep podcasting so I can call you Bum.
Life Goals by Dave Koco.
Oh my god. All right, we ready to preview this, gentlemen? Boom, you drive the bus. I put, for those following along at home, they're down in a doobly-doo, the matches. I'm reading this off WWE.com. All right. Do you want to start from the top and go to the bottom?
No, let's start at the bottom and go all the way to the top here. But this is Extreme Rules taking place this Sunday, June the 4th, 8 p.m. Eastern on the WWE Network. We have several events here. You know, for Extreme Rules, we've got a historic main event here, a Fatal 5-Way, the first ever, a kendo stick on a pole match, a steel cage match, a submission match, So I think it's living up to at least to the title Extreme Rules, but let's break it down. Let's start to the bottom and work our way up. I'm pulling all these matches directly from WWE.com. So these are the official matches as of right now. First here is a mixed tag team match. Rich Swann teaming up with Sasha Banks to take in Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. Now, James, I think you follow this a little bit closer than we do. I mean, what are you looking at here? You think the ragtag team of Swann and Banks will be formed just a strong enough alliance to go over the bad guys, or will the unbreakable love of Alicia Fox and Noam Dar prevail?
205 Live is actually one of the few shows that I actually follow. SmackDown 205 Live basically is what I watch. I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard call. I think the smart money is to go with Swann and Banks. But from what I've read, that they don't really trust Sasha Banks because of her injury history. So you never know. I mean, but me personally, I would say Swann and Banks.
Coco?
I'm going to say Swann and Banks. I hope this is a pre-show match. Because I usually don't watch the pre-shows. And this is a match that I have no interest in. So, yeah, I'm happy for... No, I'm not. This just sucks. My pick will be Rich Swann and Sasha Banks, just because...
Just because?
That's it. I got nothing, dude. I'm blown up. Hot tag to you, Boom.
You know what? I'm just for the sake of being different, I'm just going to go with Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. You know, because I mean they're more of a couple. They've been together. They trust each other. I can see them together for the long term. Even though I kind of don't like how the relationship started, because Noam Dar was being all rapey towards Alicia Fox, but eventually he won her over. And
Alicia Fox is one of the hottest human beings alive. And someone needs to turn off their phone.
She's the strongest human being alive, though. Don't ever shake her hand.
Yeah. I just remember I had the most awkward conversation, and she was being so kind. I think I was with you, wasn't I?
Yeah, she broke our... Didn't she break our fucking hands, shaking our hand?
Yeah, she's strong. But no, I walked by I walked by Alicia Fox, and I go, "Well, how much money?" Because
yeah.
All right, I don't know, Alicia Fox. But yeah, so I walked by and I was like, I'm like, "You're the most beautiful person in the world," and she's like, "Thank you," and she's being so kind, and she was never not kind. So I give it to her because I was an ass. And I was like, "Dude, you're the most beautiful girl in the world." And I was like, "How much money would it take for an ugly guy like me to win over a girl like you?" And she goes, "It's not all about money. It's about good looks." And I go, "Yeah, but I'm not a good person." She's like, "Sure you are." And James screams, "No, he's not."
And by scream, he means I scream. He means I screamed, but I was standing right next to him.
Yeah, so... But yeah, but Alicia Fox is hot. That's the moral of the story, and she's strong, hot and strong.
So she's like the Lana Kane of WWE. I love it.
Yeah.
Archer reference, kids. Ask your parents. Next year we have a submission match for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
Hold on, I'm just gonna stop you right there, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's everything wrong with the Cruiserweight division.
It's the stupidest. It's the stupidest fucking. Just why have a submission match on an Extreme Rules pay-per-view? It makes no sense.
Well, I mean, would you suggest something like a street fight or 2 out of 3 falls match?
I mean, there's a million different stipulations that fit the Extreme Rules category. Submission is not an Extreme Rules category, to me at least. I mean.
Yeah, Snake Eyes is going to say Austin Aries versus Neville will be the match of the night. It's extreme Rules. Okay, it's Extreme Rules. So, first off, anyone that has a gimmick is to indies. I remember I did this, I think, to the lifeguards. Anyone that does a gimmick show, even on indies or any level, and they're like, "Oh, my gimmick will be a submission match," you might as well just say you're a fucking vagina. You might as well just be like, "Hey, I'm a fucking vagina." And the second thing is, it's like you have a gimmick pay-per-view that's supposed to be gimmick matches and hardcore and all that. And then you have the Cruiserweight division. And you're like, you know what? Let's make it a submission match. It's just You know,
It's
like
they
when
weren't even trying.
no, they were trying. They're trying to fucking ruin everything. It's one of those things like
let's take the Cruiserweight division and make them even more boring than we've already made them.
I know, because like they ruined the Cruiserweight division by saying, "Hey, wrestle WWE style." Then like it's just like, you know what it is? Vince has to ruin something. He's like, "Oh, ECW, let's ruin it. WCW, let's ruin it." But now he's get to the point where he has no competition and he's just like ruining WWE Network shows. He's like, "People like Total Bellas, let's fucking ruin it." Like, Vince, you don't have to ruin anything, dude. You could, display talent and show skills and, like, for real, booking these two men, the Cruiserweights, in a submission match on Extreme Rules is like something you would do to ruin people's careers. Like, it's
like kissing your mother on the mouth.
No, it's way worse than that. It's absolutely worse. It's like wanting to murder your mother while kissing her on the mouth. It's just it's just wrong. It's just like, dude, just cancel it. Let's just cancel the Cruiserweight. You obviously don't know what the fuck you're doing. The Cruiserweight Open, awesome. I got to marathon it. The Cruiserweight 205, you know what it is? It's like, the Cruiserweights did awesome. Let's fucking ruin it. That's what 205 is. So like, we can, like, it's fucking repeat. It's history repeating itself. One Night Stand was awesome. Let's fucking ruin it with ECW. The Cruiserweight fucking Classic was awesome. Let's ruin it with 205. Why do we have to ruin shit? Why?
Vince needs to understand that it's one of those, like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Like,
yeah.
If you don't have anything nice to do for your wrestlers, just don't do anything at all.
Yeah. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And I like that, like, we've been busting Austin Aries' balls on here a lot. But it's not even, just shut up, phone. Just shut up. You.
Off, you douchebag.
All right, sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, I'm Dave, and I'm so popular.
Dude, I'm like the most unpopular person in the fucking world, and you know it.
So says the man who's just got fucking 4 phone calls in like the last 5 minutes.
For real, my phone doesn't ring for a week straight. Shut the fuck up.
You're like, you're so cool with your phone calls.
Yeah. It's all bill collectors.
Yeah. No, I'm like the most antisocial person in the world.
I'm the guy that answers the phone call from the bill collectors to have a conversation with them.
Okay, what's going on,
Thank
guys?
you for calling.
No, I'm the type of guy that, like, fucking friends call me and shit, and I just fucking ignore it. And then I, like, dude, I've done this before. I've said I've hung out with other friends so that I don't have to avoid, like, it would be like Team Boom Boom, Team James. And I'd be like, "Oh, I'm with James tonight. Oh, I'm with Boom Boom." And then, like, they would meet up and be like, "Dave, that motherfucker's just writing books." Fucking douche. Oh, man. Anyway, this fucking match is going to suck. And it's not Neville's fault. And it's not Austin's fault. And even if it's good, it's still going to suck. You know what I mean? Like, if you could not book a match that was worse than this to ruin something. You know what I mean? You just couldn't. You fucking couldn't.
Yeah, as a promoter, I would. It's like taking your wrestlers and being like, "What's your strength?" Okay, I'm gonna book you in the exact opposite.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Neville wins just because I guess this version of our podcast we have a rivalry with Austin Aries. But I just feel bad, like, because these guys are gonna try. And they're going to get nowhere. And then Vince is like, "Well, I guess Cruiserweight Wrestling's not over."
This feud has to end sooner or later, right?
Maybe. Dude, I think Vince is like, "You know what? Is there any way we can have this match with them wearing concrete shoes in a river?"
For real, because like this feud feels like the feud that never ends.
Yeah.
I mean, we're approaching like Sheamus and Del Rio territory here.
It's getting to the point where, like, they're just going to go through stipulations and, like, just for the sake of going through them because they have to do something with it.
Yeah, I feel like Austin Aries has to win this one because I feel like as a performer, if he loses this match, I mean, he's dead. I mean, he's lost 3 title opportunities already?
Yeah, I feel like if Austin Aries loses this feud, and Dave, I hate to say it because he's one of your, like, fucking wet dreams, but he's approaching Hideo Itami status.
Ooh, come on. There's no need for name calling.
We've had this discussion, though, on our last, you know what I mean? Like, at what point is it a bust?
The whole division or just one wrestler?
Just, I mean, remember we had the discussion about Hideo Itami becoming a bust.
Yeah.
I mean, it's approaching that status. You bring a guy up to the main roster, and all he does is lose and lose and lose and lose, and he loses his first main feud. Fans are going to start looking at it as it's a bust.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus it's tailor-made towards Austin Aries. I mean, he's got the last chancery.
Don't matter. Like, as much as fans say wins and losses don't matter, to casual fans, that's all that matters.
I think it's bullshit. I think wins and losses don't matter if they're talented wrestlers and they go back and forth. Wins and losses matter because it's like saying, oh, well, the Ninja Turtles want to stop Shredder, but it really doesn't matter if the Technodrome takes over the Earth. Like, there's still a fucking story. There has to be a fucking consequence. There has to be risk.
First off, that's a terrible fucking analogy. They barely ever stop the Shredder. And this is coming from the fucking Ninja Turtle. I only own Ninja Turtle shirts. I own 27 Ninja Turtle shirts.
My moral of the story, though, is they want to. It's not like Michelangelo goes, hey, Leonardo, fuck that Technodrome. Let's let it roll over us.
But to fans like us, wins and losses don't matter. To a casual
I
fan
disagree.
or a kid, to a child or a casual fan in the audience, that's all that matters.
I think Dolph Ziggler is the perfect example of that. Like, I love Dolph Ziggler, but you know he's going to lose, so why bother watching his matches? You know, there has to be, because, like, even if, no matter how smart or educated you are or whatever the fucking stupid is, smarky, nerdy you are, you're still watching to be entertained. You know what I mean? Like,
agreed.
And if you watch, like, let's be completely honest. Dolph Ziggler might not be the greatest wrestler in the world, but he's a pretty good wrestler, and he was really good when he tried. Do you honestly even find his matches entertaining anymore? I'm like, oh yeah, he's gonna lose. Moving on. You know what I mean? He's gonna fucking win.
Aren't you just validating my point of wins and losses do matter then?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You said don't matter.
No, I'm saying to the two casual fans.
No, I think for all fans. I think all fans it matters.
You think so?
Yeah, without a doubt. I think like some of them will be like, yeah, like if it's CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania, like, oh, who gives a fuck who wins? It's gonna be amazing. Yeah. But Vince will take that and be like, all right, well, we'll make John Cena defeat CM Punk 967 times in a row. The wins and losses don't matter, right? You know, like, I think it matters to everyone at different levels. And I think if you're on a losing streak, it does matter. Because let's be completely honest, Dolph Ziggler's entertaining. Who the fuck watches Dolph Ziggler matches? Who? Dolph Ziggler's mom don't even watch Dolph Ziggler matches. You know the fucker's going to lose. That's why, like, the only time I was fucking worried that Dolph Ziggler might actually win was when against Nakamura. And I felt so happy when he lost. I was like, phew, thank God Dolph Ziggler does what Dolph Ziggler does.
So, boom. Any input? Me and Dave could do this all day. So
yeah, I know you could. No, I agree that wins and losses, should matter. I think wrestling and it should play out like it does in real life. I mean, just take the NFL for example. Yeah, for every New England Patriots, there's also a Cleveland Brown. So, you're going to have some guys that suffer a little bit, but you can't have everybody go 50-50, 50-50, 50-50 booking. It has to mean something. You're going to have, wrestling, professional wrestling is a zero-sum game. For somebody to win a match, somebody has to lose a match. For someone to win a championship, someone has to lose a championship. And this going back and forth, acting like they're trying not to hurt anybody's feelings or whatever, it actually does the opposite of what they want to do. They want to get to where everybody kind of looks good and you keep paying money to see people. But in the end, it hurts everybody because now it's just going to go back and forth, back and forth. Like I said, 50-50 booking, and it just makes everybody look bad because now you get to, you can't get to the Super Bowl and have, 12 teams go 8-8.
Right, and that's, I think, where Austin Aries' downfall is right now. He's lost so often, whether it be clean, dirty, a pinfall is a pinfall. So I think I personally feel like he's kind of drowning at the moment.
Right.
And I still don't understand why he gives out a fucking banana peel. Still drives me nuts.
Maybe that's what keeps you watching.
I guess because he's a vegan. Oh yeah, he's got a book coming out. Isn't that what his book is about? Food fight. Yeah, it's about being a vegan.
It just drives me nuts. I don't know why.
All right, y'all ready to go to the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. This is for the Raw Tag Team Championship. You have the Hardy Boyz versus Cesaro and Sheamus. This time in a steel cage.
You know what? The steel cage adds a lot to it.
I was gonna say, isn't that your only like Hardy's moment you like?
Yeah, well, no, I like two Hardy moments. I like when Jeff Hardy jumps off the cage on a Dudley's instead of winning the match and misses, and then Jeff Hardy he gets beaten up by Undertaker, but then he keeps getting up. I like it. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Hardys, but they'll probably do some awesome things in that cage match. And I'm hoping Cesaro and Sheamus win because I think Cesaro deserves it and Sheamus is there. But yeah, I think this is one of those.
Do you think the championships need to change hands on this one, or is it just going to completely destroy Cesaro and Sheamus if they lose one more time?
I don't know.
Do you think they're in the same boat as Austin Aries?
Yeah, I almost think they are because they've been feuding with the Hardys since Mania, and they did a heel turn and they've lost match after match and they've lost singles matches. So either they need to win this or they need to end the feud right here.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. I think this show is full of everybody needs to go over in their feud or just end the feud.
Yeah, I'm thinking they may end it because I know one of the things that I'd read online through the dirt sheet, so please take it for what it's worth, is that WWE, they had this big idea, creative, that is, had a big ideas for the summer and going up into SummerSlam, but they didn't know how to get there immediately. They were just kind of in that little awkward phase, so they were booking tons of multi-man matches, try to get them from point A to point B. So maybe this will end it, and then these big plans that they have for SummerSlam will kick in.
I think that's their main problem. I think they book themselves into a corner a lot of the times by having these big plans for the 4 main pay-per-views of the year, and they don't know how to fill in the in-betweens.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think. But what do you what do you think about the latest with the whole Broken Hardy gimmick fight, legal battle? Tongue-tied there.
I think that it's one of those things too. They need to shit or get off the pot. The same thing with all their feuds at the moment. They need to either get it done or move on.
Yeah, because it seems like they're ramping up a little bit more. There was a report that WWE had purchased the Broken gimmick, but that turned out not to be true. WWE basically kind of went back and just said, no, we don't want to set precedent for buying creative, which makes sense because, if you've got a creative team, how fucking shitty does it look, that you buy a gimmick from perceivably a lower rate company.
Yeah, exactly. You're the top company in the world, and you're buying a creative property, intellectual property from one of the lowest rated. You know what I mean? One of the infamously bad promotions. Does not look good for you.
And then the Hardys are threatening a long legal battle. Impact leaked this email discussion. The Hardys fired back saying, "Oh, well, you didn't include the telephone calls. What we're tired of playing." I would just say, just fucking sue them and fucking be done with it. Take their asses to court and go get it.
That's what I'm saying. They just need to shit or get off the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I make their money off the Hardys, regardless. Will they make more money with Broken Matt who knows? Because again, it worked in TNA. Just because it worked in TNA doesn't mean it's going to work in WWE. Because they might not let it work in WWE. You know what I mean? Like Adam Rose worked in NXT and just shit the bed completely on the main roster.
Right.
So at this point, you need to just either shit or get off the pot.
And
Stop dragging it, you know?
First off, it's a big jump from TNA to WWE, you know, as far as fans knowing what the fuck is going on. And the second problem, too, is that the longer it takes, they're going to be like, oh, you broke Matt Hardy from that other show a year ago. You know what I mean? And every day they see him as the original Hardys or close to that.
The fans know what's going on. You can hear it when they do the delete chants and shit like that. Like, they're following and they know what Broken Matt is. But wrestling fans are very nitpicky. So doing the delete chants and wanting Broken Matt Hardy now is cool. When WWE gives it to them, are they still going to follow it? You know what I mean? Like now that WWE gives it to them, are they still going to want it?
I know,
here's another thing. Here's another thing, and hear me out, guys. I'm thinking, by the time they get a hold of this, it's going to have already run its course and nobody's going to care. Because here's an example. I was watching TV last night, and ABC was reporting that, or not ABC, they had like a commercial saying they're going to have a new game show. It's hosted by Mario Lopez. It's going to be Candy Crush. And I'm like, I haven't seen anybody talk or play or brag about Candy Crush since, 2014?
Right. Exactly. It's shit or get off the pot moment. Like,
I'm thinking I tell you what, how much longer, James, how much longer do you think the Hardys have to get this gimmick, get it in WWE before it just, it's just, completely jumped the shark and it's like, okay, we got it now. It's like, well, nobody cares. It's way past its prime. It was cool back in the day.
I think they have another month, and that's pushing it. They have to go with it somewhere going into SummerSlam. And they need the time to build it up for SummerSlam. So it's got to be a month.
And there's also this question that I wonder, are you going to retell the same story, or is he just broken? You know what I mean? Like, what do you do? Because obviously you got a month. Okay, so let's say tomorrow everything's done. What do you do if you're WWE? Do you retell the story of it being broken? Like he gets broken at the cage match? Or does he just wake up one day and I'm broken? You know what I mean?
Broken at the cage match would probably be the best option.
Yeah, if they get the deal done. But outside of that, it's just because even like you can tease it, but I don't know. Besides fucking with your fans, there's no point in teasing it and not have it broken. You know what I mean? But even then, just call it something else. But would it still work? And how much do they own? Do they own to delete it? You know what I mean? Do they own the delete thing? Do they own,
And that's my question. How much of it is like they couldn't just recreate their own version?
Yeah.
Well, you got to be careful with that because that could be completely seen as a ripoff and copyright infringement. I mean, that would be like Impact starting a gimmick of a guy who calls himself the Dead Man. And he's supernatural. He sits up. He's like, that would be like that. Or another example, like in
Eric Young playing the part of Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, Eric Young playing the part of Daniel Bryan. Or remember, in like comic books, I think it was DC sued over Captain Marvel. I think they were saying it was too close to Superman.
Right, but at what point, when you're WWE, okay, what point is it easier to just ask for forgiveness than ask for permission?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, do it, see what happens. If TNA sues you, I'm pretty sure WWE has the lawyer team that can topple Anthem. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, at this point, what do they own that's so important to the gimmick that they couldn't just kind of recreate it?
I don't know. Here's the thing, and maybe I'm an outsider. I did not watch the buildup of Broken Matt Hardy. I watched like the 2 parts of it because people were like, you gotta watch it. So I watched it, and I thought it was I thought they were mocking Lucha Underground. And then they're like,
it was nothing great. It was just entertaining. It was funny. People, you know what I mean? They got behind it.
Is, like, I just missed it, or I'm old. But I watched it. I didn't watch it build. I just watched somebody sent me like all the segments. So I just watched it straight through, and I just didn't. It wasn't my cup of tea. It was not my cup of tea, and I love Lucha Underground.
And like I said, there was nothing spectacular about it, but
yeah,
it was
it just got
entertaining.
over.
It was TNA entertaining. At the time, it was TNA's hottest thing going. You know what I mean? So when I think it was just looked at as like, oh, this is great for TNA, which again is the problem. What's great for TNA does not work in WWE.
Yeah. So I would just give up, to be honest.
Like I said, I would give it a month.
Yeah, because the whole reason Impact pulled that was that in the hopes that that was something they could hold on to. It was kind of like it was kind of like a little treasure that they had, and they were hoping that WWE, the Hardys, would pay them money, which is all they want, was to keep funding the promotion. Was basically just to make a quick buck off of it. Is all they were hoping. Now I think they're kind of realizing, okay, now they're going to get nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's like to make a sports reference. It's kind of like when you have an old player and people kind of want him, but then the next year they realize, oh, well, he's old. We don't need him anymore, and you kind of get nothing in return for trading one of your veterans.
Yeah, I just think it's all around stupid. It's like at every turn, this story is just getting dumber and dumber. I don't know, but it's also taken away like from the Hardy. You know, I can't believe I'm the one saying this. It's taken away from the Hardys' return and their tag champs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we were talking about that, but. I don't know. I'm not a Hardys fan, but I think you're going to see some great things out of this cage match. I think they're going to go out there and put on a great show.
Yeah, I think there'll be great moments.
So,
Well, with that being said, who you picking?
Who
you picking?
Oh, me?
Pick.
I'll go. I think Sheamus and Cesaro need the win.
I'm going to pick the Hardys with a breakup of the other two. I think Cesaro and Sheamus are done.
I'm going to go with the Hardys, but this ends the feud. All right. Next year, we have for the Raw Women's Championship, we have a, dear God, I can't believe I'm saying this, kendo stick on a pole match. You have the champion, Alexa Bliss, defending against my girl, Bayley. Actually, I like both these girls a lot. And to quote Sammy Sinister, longtime contributor here, I'm just going to get naked. I'm just clothed one minute, next thing I know, boom, I'm just naked. I don't know how I got naked. I was just clothed a second ago, now I'm just naked. That's just what's going to happen. So I like both these girls. I think they're phenomenal talents. Pretty easy on the eyes, both of them. Despite a really, 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 really shitty segment that WWE wants to erase from existence, but we'll get into that in just a moment. But I'm usually not a fan of items on a pole match, but let's just see where this goes. And plus, I think it's a little bit of a step up. It's better than the old school, days where it was like a bra and panties match. So, way to go, at least on that one there. So, but gentlemen, who you got? The champ or the challenger?
I guess I'll go first. Alexa Bliss has just been absolutely awesome. I don't know. I think I'm gonna pick Bayley because I think she has to. I think it's just like, where does she go from here? I mean, Alexa Bliss's stock skyrocketed and Bayley's stock dropped tremendously. You know what I mean? And if Bayley doesn't win, I just think it's like passing the torch. It's like, all right, you're the number one. You know what I mean? I think Bayley needs this win bad. And I think Alexa Bliss, it's just crazy how much their stock swap places. But yeah, I got Bayley. Who you got, James?
Yeah, how sad is it that it's a passing of the torch within 6 months of being called up to the main roster? Like, how do they screw this up so badly?
And how do they do it consistently without being like, oh, it's a problem? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because there's not really a lot of successes coming out of NXT. I mean, there's obviously, but you know what I mean? The people that were super over in NXT come up to the main roster and they just drop the ball so badly. I mean, I want Bayley to win. I want it to be a feel-good moment. I want, you know what I mean? But I just...
And will it be even a feel-good moment? Has that all been tarnished and gone?
Right, exactly. I'm going to go Bayley. But yeah, it's so shitty that it can easily go so many different ways and fuck up so badly.
Yeah. A lot of this pay-per-view is like, just don't fuck up. That's what they really should call Extreme Rules. Like, I'm looking up and down the card, like, just don't fuck this up. You know what I mean?
And it's not like the smart fans and stuff, like guys like us. It's not like we're calling for so much. We're not asking for insanity. We're asking for.
We used to want it to be awesome. We wanted it to be extreme. Now we just want it to be mediocre. We'll pass.
Yeah, I just want to not feel dirty watching it anymore.
Well, not only, but like even I think they get a lot of leeway because it's only $9.99 instead of $50. But even then, like, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. You know what I mean? I don't know. But the thing is, like, and I've said this before, Extreme Rules, they can make a lot of decisions to put the product back on track. Or they can absolutely just be like, another 8 years of shit. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like Groundhog's Day. Will Vince see his own shadow and fucking run back inside and make a good product? Or will it be another fucking 97 years of shit? Because, like, I think
this Raw Plus, I call them, because they're not pay-per-views anymore. It's definitely can either put the show back on track and people can be like, oh, yay, it's back on track, clap hands. Or it can just completely derail and kill everybody in sight.
All right. Me looking at this, and I'm not going against you guys just to go against you here, but I got to go with Alexa Bliss, the champion, because, I mean, she's just the hot thing right now. And Bayley, as much as I love her, I mean, that's like my future ex-wife, you know. This is a place that she's been at before, and I'm thinking if they're going to have somebody lose and just fall completely down, this is the one person you could do it with and still have them come out looking okay. Because, I mean, after this, she completely crumbles. I mean, she shoots down to the bottom of the ladder. She's devastated, and then she's been there before. You know, you can't be the ultimate underdog, you know, if you win. So she loses, and then she has to just do some soul searching, some reflecting, and then basically you've got Alexa Bliss riding high. Then now you've got Bayley. She's going to have to climb that ladder again. She's like, damn it, you knocked me down, but I've been here before, and, you know, I've done it once. I can do it again. And just have her slowly climb and earn back up to another championship match. I think that's one place you could go.
Yeah, I mean, you could rehash. That basically was her NXT storyline with Sasha. I mean, you could rehash it.
Yeah.
But again, it basically is all up to will the main roster fans attach to it? NXT fans attached to it.
It's because they told a good story. That's why.
Yeah, but they're not given that opportunity on the main roster.
No, they're not. They're not.
Time-wise, they're just not.
No.
Even though Raw is 3 hours and it's filled with such garbage, if they took some of the garbage out and replaced it with the opportunity to tell good stories, you know what I mean? Like, I've had this. I kind of had this like the moment with BRAWL too, and not to like promote my own thing, but it matches with this what we're talking about. My shows were kind of going off the rails. We were complacent. We weren't using the top talent that we could be using. And I kind of looked back and was like, Jesus Christ, like I got to do something about this. And the most successful shows we had were the last two where I kind of reeled it in and brought it back on track.
Yeah, so a lot of decisions have to be made to make this a good show. And the thing is, how often have you been in a situation with WWE and they just haven't delivered? You know what I mean? That's the scary part.
The other scary part is how many opportunities do you give somebody before they don't deliver? Because if this was anything else, how many times would we have just – if this was a television show and they're in season fucking 30, you know what I mean? People are turning on The Simpsons already because because they're not as good as they used to be. You know what I mean? So how many times do you give them the opportunity?
Well, with ratings, it's pretty low.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do the next two matches. Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose versus The Miz. If Ambrose is disqualified, he'll lose the Intercontinental title. I just think these two guys have lost a lot of steam. Booms, your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I just think to me, it defeats the whole purpose of taking two guys from SmackDown and moving them over to Raw if you immediately have them feud with each other. I mean, the whole reason of moving them, changing brands, is to, shake. Okay, if you're going to change brands with somebody, it needs to be for either one of two purposes. It needs to be one, they've done virtually everything they can do on the old brand, and they need fresh opponents, they need a fresh start, they need new stuff to do, or it's people who suck so bad, it's like, okay, well, let's give them something new, let's shake it up, let's just see if we can give them a fresh start. And see if we can get any traction going there. And so you had – do what? I didn't hear you.
Basically, the Primo and Epico, the colognes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was the whole reason they went over. I mean, they dropped the whole evil tourism timeshare gimmick for just being the colognes. So they –
I mean, I agree with what Boom Boom's saying. Like, basically, they moved over to feud with each other. What the fuck was the point of moving them?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, why?
And
we do this on SmackDown.
And to add to Bum Bum's point, because I think we all agree what Bum Bum said, but to add to his point is that I feel SmackDown athletes are now getting NXT'd. It's like, you did great on SmackDown, let's ruin you on Raw. You did great on NXT, let's ruin you on Raw. You like Cruiserweights?
But they don't see it as ruining. They see it as a promotion.
Yeah. We better be getting paid a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't think WWE says
Vince does.
You're on SmackDown doing really well. We're gonna move you over to Raw as a promotion, and you're gonna be seen by more people. You don't think that's how they see it?
Yeah, that's how Vince sees it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, yeah, poor bastards. You were just NXT'd.
Yeah.
Sounds like a reality show they need to put on. You just got NXT, motherfucker.
I kind of like the idea of certain people never getting called up just to help the NXT traveling brand. Like, part of me hopes Asuka never gets called up.
Yeah.
Ever. I wouldn't even be mad if like Bobby Roode never got called up and was just the leader of the traveling brand.
Yeah, it would be interesting. Well, no, but eventually. The problem is, though, eventually NXT will be a lot better than Raw. And to prevent that, you have to steal them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know, it just makes me angry because, like, Vince is like, I got to be number one my way. And it's like, and who's just like, okay, let's give the fans what they want 10% of the time.
Do you think Vince sees NXT as competition and just doesn't realize that it's his product?
Oh, without a doubt.
He watches it and he's like, how did these guys get on my network? They're so goddamn good.
Yeah.
And Triple H is just like, God damn it, Dad. Like, it's us.
I'm gonna take
we've never been this good.
I'm gonna take that Nakamura guy and make him fucking lose on Raw.
There's no way this could be us. This is too good.
But what I like about this is the stipulation: if Ambrose is disqualified, he'll lose the Intercontinental title. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think the Miz is going to pull like an Eddie Guerrero, like when the referee's got his back turned or he's down. He's going to take a chair, slam it down, then toss it towards Ambrose and be like, "Oh, he hit me with a chair. Oh, he hit him with a chair. Disqualification. Miz, you're the new Intercontinental Champion." At least that's what I would do if I was booking it.
Yeah, I kind of does the stipulation kind of give away the finish?
Yeah, actually it does.
You know what I mean? Like, why would you add that stipulation if you weren't planning on doing something with it? Because it's not like a submission match or like a chairs match or some stupid gimmick. It's a very specific.
Well, that and also to like
finish
to get like a gimmick match or whatever, or a special attraction match, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is supposed to add interest. This is actually taking away. This is like just bad booking twice. Like, okay, I'll tell you my interest. Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose. Not as high as it used to be, but interesting. Ooh, versus The Miz. Kind of interesting. I like The Miz. If Ambrose is disqualified, interest going down. He'll lose the Intercontinental. I stopped caring. Same thing here. WWE Cruiserweight Champ. Oh, I like Cruiserweight Wrestling. Neville. All right, Neville's awesome. Versus Austin Aries. Hey, we've had our moments, but this should be some, why? What, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I honestly, I think the stipulation gives away the finish.
I think it gives away caring.
I could be completely wrong, but...
Yeah, because here's the thing. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. All right. The stipulation does matter to the finish. Stupid. The stipulation doesn't matter to the finish. Stupid. So congratulations. You got yourself in a stupid situation.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, how come? Yeah. I think The Miz wins. I mean, does anyone not think?
I think the Miz does on this one.
Yeah. Miz across the board.
Yeah.
I think booked into a corner.
All right, Booms, break down the main event, and then we'll talk CM Punk and wrap this bad boy up after some live comments.
Yeah, the main event here. Basically, I just call this, it's supposed to be a fatal five-way. I call it leaving the lambs to slaughter here because whoever wins this becomes the new #1 contender for the Universal title held by Brock Lesnar. So you have Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus Finn Bálor versus Bray Wyatt versus Samoa Joe. Whew, this is on paper. This actually sounds pretty good here, but I just think I think they should call this match the first person to get squashed by Brock Lesnar, because ultimately that's what's gonna happen.
I don't know. It's one of those. It reminds me of the John Cena era. It's just I don't know, because here's the thing. Roman Reigns could win this. And then just be like, what the fuck's the point? You know what I mean? Exactly. Like, it's one of those things. It reminds me of John Cena back in the day. Like, if this guy wins, if this guy wins, if this guy wins, it'll be exciting. You know, Samoa Joe wins, awesome. Finn Bálor wins, awesome. Seth Rollins wins, awesome. Bray Wyatt, it's not my cup of tea, but, you know, Wrestling Ranted will be happy. Roman Reigns wins, and you're like, yeah, here we go again. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm hoping. I'm going to fanboy it here. I mean, my brain says Roman Reigns, but my heart says Samoa Joe. And I love Samoa Joe, so I'm going to go Samoa Joe. But anyone would be better than Roman Reigns. I mean, and it's just sad. And it's not, and you know what? I want people to understand, it's not Roman Reigns' fault. It's not. Like, I used to think it was John Cena's fault, but, I mean, look at it. It's history repeating itself. You know what I mean? It's just bad. Roman Reigns is going to win, but that's not my pick. My pick's Samoa Joe. And here's the thing. Roman Reigns is in this territory now. I will not watch this live. I will read spoilers. And if Roman Reigns wins, I'm not even watching. We're at that territory. With me, at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would take anybody other than Roman Reigns.
Yep.
And hope that they wouldn't squash any of these guys in a main event with Brock. They can lose to Brock, but don't squash them. Don't kill the competition at this point. You know what I mean? Brock is an attraction now. I think the days of squashing because he's Brock Lesnar are kind of over. You have to. If he's not going to show up for 3-4 months at a time,
he has
and
matches.
And then he shows up and has a 1.5-minute match, that's shitty.
Who's your pick?
My heart wants either, like, I would say, like a Bray Wyatt but it's not going to happen. It's going to be Roman Reigns.
Booms, Roman Reigns, and who would you really like to win?
Yeah, I mean, look at this. I honestly don't want Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins to win because we've already seen those matches. We've already seen their feud with Brock Lesnar. So at least with Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, Samoa Joe, you've got something fresh. I think Samoa Joe would be something where it would be, okay, you know, there's two big men here. Samoa Joe's no pushover, so Brock Lesnar really can't just throw him around the ring. You know, Bray Wyatt, you know, they kind of had a little something at a Royal Rumble a little over a year ago. They never really finished that. You know, it's like, how would Lesnar react to some mind games or something going on by Bray Wyatt? Finn Balor, here's a guy who's in shape. The fans are behind. That's somebody that Paul Heyman specifically wants to challenge him. So I think any of those three would be best. Now, will it be Roman? I don't know. But as far as my pick, just Finn Balor jumps out at me. I don't think he's going to win, but Finn Balor.
Well, there's a story there. You have David versus Goliath and the first Universal Champ that never lost it, and it would make sense for, if you're going to keep the title on Brock, for Brock to beat him.
Right, and this is another.
I don't think you heard the question. The question was, who's going to win and why are their names?
And I think we lost him. I think his Booms. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think we lost James. I think he was going to say the question was, who's going to win and why is his name Roman Reigns? I think
I don't know what's going on. My computer is just like acting like a piece of crap today. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, the question was, who's going to win and why are they Roman Reigns? That was the question, guys.
Yeah, Roman Reigns.
Can I just say for the record, I fucking hate Brock Lesnar, and I especially hate him as fucking champion. If you want to go trot him out, like, you know, 2-3 times a year just to be a little draw and get some extra pay-per-view buys and network subscriptions, that's fine. But don't put the fucking belt on him, because I thought they learned this shit the last time, is when you had him hold the fucking title hostage for half a goddamn year, and he appeared, what, 2-3 times tops?
Not so fast, my fellow friend. Bum. He is defending the Universal title around the universe. Just, it takes light years for it to come. I mean, he defended a title on Mars. He defended a title on Pluto. Is it a planet? Is it not? I don't know. We're going to find out a couple light years from now.
It's true, though, because if you think about it, when's the last alien invasion we had? Thank you, Brock Lesnar.
Thank you, Brock Lesnar. Great point, James. Brock Lesnar is an American hero, and you should fucking respect him. You think he's sitting at home having a Coors Light, banging his wife? No. He's defending our WWE Universal title against fucking aliens. Remember Goro from Mortal Kombat? Yeah, Brock beat him. Yeah, thank you, Brock Lesnar. Fucking apologize to our Lord and Savior.
Yeah. Let me ask you, just because I just like fucking around with shit like this, do you think any of these guys, any of these 5 guys, could legit beat Lesnar in a shoot fight? I'm just curious.
Indie guys?
Yeah, any of these five guys right here that we see, could they legit?
No. Oh, I thought you said indie guys. No.
Oh, no. Just curious.
But the thing is, like, Brock, because the problem with this debate is not only is Brock huge, which is usually the debate, you know, it's like, can little guys beat big guys, you know, is usually the debate. But not only is he huge, but he's one of the best fucking fighters in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he won the UFC title.
Yeah.
So, like, it's double. Because usually when you're like, can Royce Gracie beat Akibono? That is a size thing. But Akibono doesn't have the talent Royce Gracie had. So that's what made it interesting. But Brock Lesnar has the talent and the size, which makes it tremendously dangerous. Tremendously. You know what I mean? He was the UFC heavyweight champion of the world, very little experience. You know, and a lot of people shit on his UFC MMA career, but that's because MMA fans are fucking insecure douche nuts. You know, if you can't fucking respect Brock Lesnar for what he did in the UFC, you just fucking, for real? You know what I mean? No, it's insane. So, like, the debate, can a small guy beat a big guy, is a debate I love to have. But can a small guy beat one of the greatest fighters that outweigh him by 500 fucking pounds? No. And skill-wise, you know, he might not be an Anderson Silva, George St. Pierre, Royce Gracie, but he beat fucking Randy Couture. You know what I mean? That's no fucking easy task. He was the UFC champ. He beat Frank Mir. So, like,
I mean, just to stroke Dave a little bit, you know, can Sheamus beat Yoshitatsu?
I don't think he could beat anybody. Poor Sheamus.
But no, none of these guys could legitimately beat Brock Lesnar. And I don't think there's very many people in, I won't say the world, but in the country that could beat Brock Lesnar at the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's put it this way. The UFC, you know, you might argue, but for the sake of this conversation, we'll say have the best fighters in the world. And only a couple of guys in the UFC can beat them. So, like, you know, they get their talent from around the world. So, in reality, you know, saying that 10 to 100 human beings can beat Brock Lesnar isn't a stretch. And there's fucking billions of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it's just, I love the big guy versus small guy debate because, you know, talent does matter. And it's interesting, you know. But when the big guy is fucking one of the best fighters in the world, no, it's impossible.
It's true, though. Like, with Finn Balor, it's like, fucking Jinder Mahal gave you a concussion. What the fuck is Brock Lesnar going to do to you?
Yeah. So, and boom, boom. Did you apologize to our Lord and Savior Brock Lesnar for defeating Goro and saving planet Earth?
If he beats Shang Tsung and Scorpion, then we'll talk.
All right. Only on pay-per-view, 27 years away.
No, better yet, Hagar.
Oh, him and Hagar would have a 5-star match. I mean, they're the type of guys that would beat the shit out of each other and be drinking buddies afterwards.
Yeah, they're going for the bonus, the fight of the night bonus on that one.
Yeah. Thank you, Brock Lesnar, for keeping the universe safe. Don't listen to Boom Boom.
Don't listen to the haters. Don't listen to the haters, Brock. You do you, so that we can live safely at night.
Have you met someone that uses haters like not fucking being sarcastic?
Yes.
That's sad.
And I've also they use the word dope not sarcastically either.
Oh dear
like,
God.
So dope. I'm like, oh my God.
No, it's dope.
Is that still a thing?
This is also coming from like a 20-year-old girl who has never eaten Chinese food yet. So
what?
Yeah, she won't eat it because it looks like worms.
I miss America and their craziness. Anyway, I'm going to read these live comments quick. Booms, we're going to do a story, and then we're going to wrap it up. Vivek, ACHARYA, says, hey, I'm new. Welcome. Snake Eyes deleted his message, but asked who his favorite wrestler is. Who's your favorite wrestler right now? Nakamura, I'd say. Oh, Okada. I don't know. In WWE, Nakamura. In the rest of the world, Okada. Though I do like Ricochet a lot. Boom's your favorite wrestler right now?
My favorite wrestler right now? Dude, that's fucking tough. Shit. Thanks for putting me on the spot. I'm probably going to go Okada on that one because I've just really enjoyed a lot of his matches as of late.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think indie-wise, it would probably be Sami Callihan.
Yeah, Big Sammy.
He also asked of all times because you got CM, Stone Cold, Undertaker, Triple H, currently Finn Balor.
So of all time, Macho Man.
All time. Vivek.
All time.
Please look at the comments. That's what we're doing. Give us a comment. If Bum Bum could bang any WWE, who would you bang? That's an interesting question. Who would you bang?
I could bang any girl in WWE? Easy,
yeah.
Bayley.
Bayley? Really?
Yeah, Bayley.
I'm thinking Alicia Fox, but Alexa Bliss went from fucking talented and hot.
I'm gonna call Bailey's boyfriend and let her know.
Okay, I can take him.
Alexa Bliss, dude, is Alexa Bliss always been this hot? Like I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I stepped away and I was like, oh, she's not that hot. And I came back and like, dude, she's crazy hot.
Even
and she's talented.
A little glitter princess in NXT, she was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I still say, what's her face? Shit, who did I say earlier?
Alicia Fox.
Yeah, Alicia Fox, without a doubt. Alicia Fox all day long.
Alicia Fox.
Mr. Legend?
Who would I bang?
Yeah. Currently, because the obvious answer is Gail Kim. Oh, does Kana count? We'll say WWE.
No, you're not allowed to bang any more Kanas.
Yeah.
Oh, low blow.
Currently, I don't know. Maybe Becky Lynch.
All right. Let's get to some more live comments. People are asking how old they are. Why did Jinder win? He's a fucking jobber, marketing and to get into a new country.
By the way, guys, did you ever hear the Indian announce table? Like somebody pulled like the audio from the WWE's Indian announce table after Jinder Mahal won. They were just losing their shit.
Yeah.
If you have not, please look that up on YouTube. It's worth it. It's like 2 minutes. It's fucking worth it.
Yeah, it's pretty. They're pretty happy.
Vivek would like this. I would love to see if he basically wants to see Cesaro would win. That'd be awesome. Dodie made the pro wrestling shit. Did Bum Bums vote for Donald Trump? Wonder if I was American.
Well, I have a question. Why are all his political comments to Boom Boom?
I don't know. Oh, probably because like my answer is I'm an anarchist and hate everybody. It's the easiest way to get it, dude. Like, because all the time, like at work, all the guy teachers get together and are like, Muslims are evil. I'm an anarchist and hate everybody. All right, well, thanks for adding to the conversation. No problem. Be here all week. Dude, because you had so many political conversations and news political things. I might only be an anarchist because I'm lazy.
I think Snake Eyes has a crush on Boom Boom.
It's Bum Bum, sir.
Oh, sorry.
I think the Hardys will win because Vince has a bad habit of making the babyface victorious. We need Senior Benjamin. The WWE will ruin the broken gimmick just like they do everything else. Would any of you guys bang Dixie Carter? Yeah, without a doubt. Like, why are we even thinking about that? Like, yeah.
She's an attractive older woman with money. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, she's yeah.
Sugar mama.
Yeah, exactly. We could probably play with a wrestling company if we banged her.
D-Rock's old school. Bayley makes me sad. She used to make me happy. They need to turn Bayley heel. That would be interesting, but I think that would either save her career or completely ruin the world.
I'm going with completely ruin. Oh,
women's wrestling is born to me. Men are more superior athletes and only so much you can expect from a women's match. And I just... Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, like, if you grew up in the Divas area, I don't know, some of the women are really awesome wrestlers. Like, I see that point of view. I'm not going to white knight here, but I think some of the women's wrestling is awesome.
Though. I think my issue is I grew up in – I mean, I've been watching wrestling for a long-ass time, but I grew up in the Attitude Era, so that's what I still picture.
Yeah. I just subscribed to Progress on Demand. Sweet. Bum Bums. If you had to bang either Dixie Carter or Awesome Kong, who would you bang? Awesome Kong's the sweetest person in the world. Bum Bum, who you got?
Yeah, Dixie Carter. I got a thing for MILFs.
Yeah. Do you think you could beat CM Punk in a real fight? Probably not.
I don't think I could beat anybody in a real fight.
Who kicks the ass of Darkseid and Thanos? Brock Lesnar. Yeah, exactly. Snake Eyes is on board. Or no, it wasn't even Snake Eyes. That was Geek Prime X. Sorry, Snake Eyes.
When it comes to fighting somebody else, being in a wheelchair, you're at a disadvantage. I don't think I could reach your face.
Yeah, but I think also too,
have to punch you in the balls in the stomach a bunch of times.
Don't fight someone in a wheelchair. You could be the biggest cockhead in the world, and like you can punch him. He's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You should punch people and see what happens.
I did almost start like a fucking traffic riot once.
Really?
Well, because I was crossing the street, right? This is completely not good for radio, and we're gonna lose subscribers, but whatever. I'm crossing the street, and midway of me crossing the street, the light turns. So obviously the cars wait. They don't fucking, you know what I mean? They don't just run and hit me. So this guy was like he was like in a turning lane, and he waved me like, go ahead, you're good. And I was like, thank you. And I go across. And as I'm going across, the guy behind him honks his horn. The guy behind him clearly saw me crossing over, though. So the guy jumps out of his truck and just starts fucking going crazy on the guy behind him. He's like, the kid's in a fucking wheelchair and he's crossing the road. What do you want me to fucking hit him? And I thought he was going to pull the other guy out of his car and just beat the shit out of him.
Nice. I miss road rage.
Yes.
I also have moments, though. Where, like, I'm going into a store and somebody holds the door for me. I'm like, oh, thank you. You know, I can do it myself, though. Thank you very much, though. But if somebody doesn't hold the door for me, I'm like, what a fucking prick. I'm in a wheelchair. They can hold the door for me.
That's awesome.
Like, when they do it, I'm like, no, I can do it myself. I'm an independent wheelchair-bound man. And then they don't do it, and I'm like, those motherfuckers.
Can't they see him in a goddamn wheelchair?
Exactly.
Yeah, I fucking, in Japan, I always get, like, over angry if they don't bow. Like, motherfucker, I bow to you. You fucking bow. You fucking bow now.
Well, no, I'll do that. I'll hold the door for somebody, even in the wheelchair. I'll hold the door for somebody, and if they don't say thank you, I just scream, "You're welcome!"
Yeah.
People are fucking...
We gotta bring manners back. That's what we
crazy how rude people are.
It only cracks me up, though. People are so rude, but on YouTube, if you say fuck, like, society's just fucking weird. YouTube's like, you said fuck and talk pro wrestling, no money for you. Oh, fucking run the guy over with the wheelchair. Like, it's just, we got our priorities so fucking whacked now.
I've noticed it, you know, over the last 2 years of being in the wheelchair, just exactly how rude people can be. Like, I'll be in a supermarket, and people will just, like, shoot out of an aisle and cut me off, and then look at me like I was the one in the fault. Well, they'll be like, oh, you were rolling too fast. I'm like, really? That's your fucking... I was rolling too fast, you fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Or I always get kids that, like, chuckle and giggle and make, like, a stupid wheelchair joke, and then I stop and I call them out on it. I'm like, hey, what, is there a problem that I'm in a wheelchair? And they'll be like, oh, we weren't talking about you. I'm like, oh, yeah, you were talking about the other guy in a wheelchair that's right behind me, right? Fucking idiots.
What dicks? D-Rock says, check out Toni Storm. She's awesome. Will do. My two favorite wrestlers are Will Ospreay and Joe Hendry. I just know Joe Hendry from YouTube, and he's fucking hilarious. I don't know if he can wrestle, though. I'd bang Billy Kay. Asuka's crazy hot. I agree. They could have turned Roman heel, but no. Can you beat James Ellsworth? I don't know. Maybe at a game of tic-tac-toe. Who's banged the most women out of you guys? I don't know, because I've been in, like, nothing but long relationships. Yeah, not that many. It's Friday night, and I'm fucking podcasting here. So, I don't know. Bum Bum probably looks like it.
Yeah.
Bum Bum looks like the type of guy who's, like, pulling tons of ass.
Hit it.
I don't know. I mean, I've been laid, like, 1 billion times, but by a small amount of women. So... I don't know.
That's true.
I don't think that counts so much street
count
love.
the long game. Like, do you count, like, you were with your ex-wife for 100 years?
Well, thanks for bringing that up. I appreciate that.
And now she's not with you anymore because she hates you and she's left you in the cold.
Yeah.
Awkward at all?
No. I remember last year. Go on.
Is this hitting too close to home?
All right. I'm going to say Bum Bum. Bum Bum looks like he can pull some ass.
That's what I'm saying, too.
Well, back in the day, yeah. I'm married now, so no, I'm not pulling any more now other than my wife.
Take the high road. Bum Bum, like, fucking your wife listens to Wrestle AM. Let's see. Mickey James versus Melina, who will win in a dream match. Mickey James. Would you? I don't know. Is that a dream match? Would you ever have a threesome? Would you ever have a threesome with Bum Bums? Is this for me? Is this for? No, I would never have a threesome with another dude.
I'm not looking you in the eye, Dave.
No. What do you like most, boobs or that ass? Boobs.
That ass.
Dude, can I go off topic before we can talk about CM Punk?
Okay.
Dude, I went to the gym, and there was this girl at like 2 o'clock. Dude, she had the greatest fucking tits in the world. So much that I'm thinking about going back to the gym, because I always go to the gym like at 11 o'clock at night and like 6 o'clock in the morning because I'm a fucking psychopath. But this girl goes to the gym at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and she has these giant fucking tits, and she's fucking beautiful. And the whole time, she's just like, look at my tits. Like, it was me and my friend, and we're the only ones in the fucking place. And the gym's pretty fucking big, and she's literally fucking showing off her ass and her tits and her abs fucking right in front of us. And dude, we were just like, it fucking got ridiculous. She was so crazy fucking hot. And like, it was better than any strip show I've ever been to. Like, it was so fucking hard to even concentrate on working out. Like, her fucking tits were the most magical fucking things ever. Like, it's been like 3 days, and I'm still talking about these fucking tits. It was the most ridiculous, beautiful tits I've ever seen in my life. And like, oh God. Yeah, because like, I think I got like Saturday and Sunday I got off. I'm like, dude, I should go to the gym. Because like, my friend saw it first, and I was like, nah, you're bullshit. He's like, first off, they're beautiful tits. She shows them off, and then she just fucking like gets in front of you and starts working out all sexy like. I'm like, you're full of shit. And then I went there and with him, and I was like, oh my God, this is straight up a fucking porn. Dude, the most beautiful fucking tits I've ever fucking seen in my life. And she's just, I was like, dude, it's insane. Like, it's so bad that I'm like, I'm going back to the gym at 3. I don't even go to the gym at 3. I'm going at the gym at 3. I'm like, hey, dude, I get tomorrow off at 2. I'm going straight to the gym. I don't even know if I'm going to fucking work out. I'm going to walk in and be like, are Magic Tits here? Holy shit, dude. She was the most hottest fucking human being I've ever seen in the world. And the whole time, like, I think, like, she wasn't hot at one time, so she wants to show off that she's hot. I don't know what the fucking deal was, but I never felt more fucking attracted to a woman, and that wasn't like, she wasn't a stripper or anything. She's just like, oh, I got perfect fucking tits, and oh yeah, I'm gonna look at my ass, and the fucking gym is huge, and she's like, I'm gonna keep working out in front of you. And I'm like, holy fuck.
Oh, that's the only bad thing about that is you don't know if they're actually genuinely just flirting with you, or if it's just, you know, some kind of coincidental bullshit.
All I know is
I want to say something, but you don't.
It's been like 72 hours, and I still think about those tits. I was like, dude, and I normally don't get like that. I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude, hot chick, whatever. These tits were fucking magical. Magical, I tell you. Absolutely. The most fantastic tits ever.
The things of legend?
Dude, and the thing is, the way I'm describing it is the way my friend described it to me. And I was like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Fucking, I like tits, but no, they're not magical. Fucking bullshit. I go in and I'm just like, holy fuck, they're magical.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel incredibly dirty right now.
Well, whatever got us.
Like magic and a young girl's heart. Sorry.
Giant boobs look sexy, I agree, but Nikki's giant ass looks weird. I like that ass. Will you fuck both Asuka and Charlotte in a 3-way? Like, these questions are weird. Like, those, you know, those 2 athletic women that are really hot, famous, and rich. Would you sleep with them? Like,
okay.
Like, yes. Like, I am pretty sure every question, would you sleep with? Yeah, I would. Like, if they're in a WWE, I probably would sleep with them if they're a female.
I've seen the big pics of Charlotte, and I still would.
Yeah. I haven't seen Charlotte naked. I refuse. Like, I only watch boobies that are meant to be seen. Paige broke me. I felt so dirty looking at Paige's titties. I was like, I met this girl, and I'm looking at her titties and watching her fucking get fucked by up, down, down. I'm like, no. And I'm not going to stop watching porn. I'm just going to watch porn that, like, they're like, hey, I want you to look at my titties. Like the girl at the gym. Most beautiful fucking titties ever.
I legitimately don't watch porn.
Really? I went a long time without watching porn, and I was like, why the fuck not? Because I don't want to get heebie-jeebies on my dick. So, like, you're like, I could sleep with a fucking frisky woman, or I could just fucking go home and masturbate. Yeah.
I mean, I could just sleep with my fiance.
Oh, pardon me, mister. I'm in a fucking relationship.
Yeah, you fucking loser.
Well, hey, dude. What can I say? I got nothing. All right. Bum.
Attractive people just don't like you.
Yeah, well, dude, I don't know. Dude, you have no idea how magical those titties were. And I never want to get flustered over those titties. I found out with celebrities.
Jesus Christ, you need to go?
I do. I need to go to the fucking gym and live there and never leave again. And like, why do you live here? I'll be like, I need to find magic titties. My goal is to marry magic titties one day.
But can she cook chicken?
Dude, you know what? I'll cook her chicken. That's how magical those titties were.
What?
Wow.
What? You heard it here first.
For the record, though, for people that have no idea what's going on, I want a woman that cooks good chicken. and my friends made a what do they call the fucking whore app where you get prostitutes online? Tinder. They made a Tinder of me with no picture, and they're just like, "What do you want in a woman?" And I would put a woman that doesn't piss me off and can cook chicken, and fucking the joke has just grown from there. That's it. Just don't piss me off and have chicken, or have magic titties. I usually don't get frustrated. Dude, it was ridiculous. It was the most ridiculous thing ever.
I'm actually getting angry hearing about it. Like, shut the fuck up about the titties already.
Yeah, dude, that's how I was until I saw them. That's how I was.
Now you have to take pictures. You've got to take pictures.
Really?
I might just ask her.
It's like the legend. It's like the legend grows, and you don't believe it. Like the boy who cried wolf.
Dude, I might fucking fly people down to the gym. I might fly people down to the gym so they can see magic titties.
You've got to get your cell phone out and take pictures.
First off, the only way I'm getting pictures of her is if I get permission. I'm not fucking gonna become fucking that fucking sleazy. But dude, I wonder like if she speaks English, that I could be like an icebreaker. But like, hey, dude, this is how I meet my next wife. Hey, dude, you know my friends, we do a podcast, and I was just telling them how magical your tits were. Can I take a picture of your tits so I can show my friends on the podcast so that they can believe me how wonderful your tits are? And by the way, would you like to get coffee sometime? I'm never going to get laid again.
Like, hey, my friends, you can't really be like, hey, my friends really want to see your tits, because her response is just going to be, you don't look like the kind of guy that has friends.
That is true. I see your point.
You're screwed there.
What's the difference between tits and titties? I don't know. Caitlin gets a hot photo out of this. Sure. I don't know where that was coming from. All right, Booms, last story, and we really got to wrap this up, brother.
All right, last story here. Have you guys ever heard of 5-Star Wrestling?
I did this week.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of it. I've heard of it before, but I've never seen it.
Apparently, they're based out of the United Kingdom. They got headlines last week when they offered CM Punk a cool $1 million to participate in their, I think it was a 128-man tournament.
Yeah, it's 128.
Yeah, 128-man tournament. It was supposed to take place over a series of months, and we're talking they had some names in here. They were advertising Rob Van Dam, Moose, Johnny Mundo, Carlito, Bram, and Ligero, Joe Coffey. I mean, they were promoting some big names, and CM Punk, who's of course still under contract to UFC, he didn't say anything one way or the other. Well, just now we've also found out that this week that the 5-Star Wrestling sent out a release, and they've rescheduled the whole tournament and everything till February of 2018. The first show is going to take place at the Liverpool Echo Arena on February 1st. Everything was supposed to start on June 10th. So everything was supposed to start next Saturday. Now it's been pushed back to February the 1st.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I'd like to see CM Punk come back and wrestle. And $1 million, like, at first I thought it was fucking ridiculous, but I don't know, 128-man tournament, I don't know, because, like, here's the thing. We, as wrestling fans, we're like, oh, my God, I wish someone would compete with WWE. And then when someone has the balls to do something different, we're like, you fucking idiots, you can't compete with WWE. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like the idea of the 128, man tournament because, like, you have a season finale. You know what I mean? And I like the idea of going for big guys, I don't know. It's one of those things. I think we've been so heartbroken by, like, the XWF, Jeff Jarrett. We've been heartbroken so many times that when we hear something like this, we're like, you're full of shit. You know what I mean? But I'd love to see this come off without a hitch. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be positive. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be great to see CM Punk get one last run. You know what I mean? And I like the idea of the tournament because not only that, but you can negotiate deals, how many matches you get out of that million. And then just keep that kayfabe so you never know when CM Punk's going to be eliminated.
That's my thing. For the $1 million, how far does he have to go in the tournament?
Yeah. He gets eliminated in the first round by fucking Aaron Epic, worth every penny of that $1 million.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Like, here's the thing. How many matches does he go? Because they also have Rob Van Dam. And who wins? Do you build up a brand new star, or do you give it to you know what I mean?
Like, does CM Punk take the $1 million and just dip out in the first round?
Dude, that would be amazing.
Well, legally could he do it?
Oh no, then you would negotiate beforehand in contracts. You know what I mean?
Legally, why? Because of his UFC contract? Or?
Yes, because of his UFC contract.
I don't think White gives a fuck at this point.
Well, none of that, but like one good point they brought up was that Connors can do boxing. Why can't he just do this? You know what I mean? We're not asking him to stay forever. We're asking, you know. I know that, but does the UFC really want CM Punk? You know what I mean? It just seems.
Does Dana White even give a shit at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, even Dana White said, you know, Punk's fight should probably not be in the UFC.
Yep.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. Okay. What is CM Punk? I mean, I know he hasn't said anything, you know, one way or the other. I know he said, you know, he's pretty much comfortable. I mean, does he try to keep doing the MMA thing, or does he go back to wrestling? Does he do like a freelancer like Colt Cabana? I mean, what do you do?
Well, I think he lives such a cheap lifestyle. He does whatever he wants, and it goes away. Yeah, when you're really wealthy and you live a cheap lifestyle, you have the most freedom of anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hurting for anything, obviously.
Yeah. And when you do that, it's easy to negotiate. You know what I mean? I mean, let's be completely honest. He's not doing UFC for the money. He's not doing UFC to be famous. He's doing it because that's his passion and love.
We mentioned off air, he's doing the MTV Real World Challenge type deal, and he's doing it for a charity. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he keeps the money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's publicity.
Well, I haven't watched it, but I heard he looks bad. I know we talked about this off air.
He's not very physically talented in a lot of the challenges they do. Granted, the challenges they do aren't normal things. You know what I mean? Like, wrap yourself in saran wrap and roll around like a hot dog in an obstacle course. But you know what I mean? Like, but he doesn't come off very physically able.
Yeah.
You know, I got a question here, and this will go out to both of you, because both of you guys are bookers, and you know a little bit more about how professional wrestling works behind the scenes. With New Japan trying to make a play on the United States, do you kind of risk that money, maybe try to call up CM Punk and say, hey, you know, you think you could do like a year contract or something?
Absolutely. One shot. You know, one shot.
A Wrestle Kingdom.
Yep.
CM Punk and New Japan is perfect with each other.
There's no risk.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but like CM Punk fans obviously would love the New Japan product.
Yep.
So you are getting people like, hey, do you like professional wrestlers that can actually wrestle? Well, look at CM Punk, and holy shit, we have Tanahashi, we have Okada, we have Naito. You know what I mean? It's actually the perfect fit. It
like,
really is.
It's essentially basically the way you would play it is like, this guy left WWE, hasn't done anything in how long, and now he's coming to our product. We're clearly superior to everybody because this guy was so against returning to wrestling that he came back to us.
Yeah. The only nightmare scenario I could see with that is if egos got in the way or Suzuki got a hold of him.
So we're going to do some live comments. We're going to go, Caitlin's boobs are nicely fitness model, tits and ass. Yeah. How big is your dick? It depends how cold it is.
That's the best response ever.
I love Punk. Yeah. Worst podcast ever. Sorry, I tried. No problem, Caesar. Good luck finding a good podcast.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, like, this, good luck. Like, it's weird because, like, I don't know if he's serious or not, but, like, we just do this for fun.
I was going to say,
it's like fucking 11:30 in the morning. I don't give a fuck.
It's kind of one of those things, like, it sounds bad, but, like, we don't care if people like us.
Yeah. Like, because, like, not that, but, like, I've seen people that fucking really put effort into YouTube, and they barely make any fucking money. Like, why? You know what I mean? Like, fucking, that, and they always have that excited bullshit voice, and, yeah, dude, whatever, dude.
My thing is,
no, but there's a lot of good podcasts out there. Go for it.
Like, you don't like us? I'm in a wheelchair, you asshole. I have to like
like sob story, like WWE, it like just putting like sad music. You're like, all right, what was his name? Caesar, you don't like our podcast? One of us is a combat veteran. The other is in a wheelchair, and there's Bum Bum. How could you turn your back on America?
Dave, on Facebook, I'm showing you it as a joke. I made this the other day for my new wrestling merchandise.
That is the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. We got to share that. Anyway, Geek Prime X says, Will Total Divas and Total Bellas ruin the Mae Young Classic because they may use half of those? No, God, yes. I don't even have to read it, but yes. If they're going to use Total Divas, it's going to suck.
I don't think they are.
I hope not, because that would just be sad. Oh, absolutely fucking horrible. All right, last live question. Do you guys have 6-packs? I'm trying. I don't know about you, Bum, but yeah, I used to be really fat. I lost over 70 pounds. I don't know. Is it a 6-pack?
12 packs of soda.
I'll probably get banned. But yeah, see? Boom, boom. I go to the gym every day, but I lost 70 pounds. So, I don't know. Does that count as a 6-pack? If not, I'll keep working on it.
Like I said, I got a couple of 12 packs of soda in the fridge. I could probably break them up.
Yeah.
Hey, did you forget you're on camera again?
No, I don't give a fuck. What are they going to do? Take away our YouTube ad?
I don't have a 6-pack, but Dave can vouch for this. I used to be like almost 600 pounds.
Yeah, I'm shocked how big you used to be.
I weigh 225.
Like, it's weird because, like, I lost over 70 pounds, so, like, people that fucking see me now are like, oh, no, you've always been skinny. And I'm like, no. And then people that haven't seen you, like, I lost so much weight that I went home, not home, but my kids' home. I went home, and they thought I was dying of cancer. They're just like, oh, my God, how did you lose?
Honestly, that was my bet.
Yeah. So,
no,
but yeah.
I used to be 600 pounds, and now I'm 225.
I'm glad I didn't show my dick during a dick question. Like, here it is. It is what it is, boys.
We're all glad about that.
Anyway, I think that's it. Let's wrap this up because I got to go to the gym. I have to get a better 6-pack for Vivek.
And to see if magic tits are there.
Dude.
Pictures, motherfucker.
Dude, she's so fucking beautiful. And, like, my one friend's playing it off like, oh, she has nice tits, but she's not that good looking. Like, we have different standards. She's the greatest human being to walk planet Earth.
So now the guy wants to see your dick. My question is, if he chants it, do you have to show your dick? Like, if he just says, show your dick, show your dick, show your dick.
First off, I probably wouldn't show my dick. Second off, probably, like, the fucking YouTube would just explode. They're just like, you know what? And I probably wouldn't care that much, but there's a lot of indie matches on this channel. You know. So I don't wanna fucking lose content.
Do we get arrested? Do we get arrested for child porn at that moment?
Is that a small penis joke, friend?
Yeah. Look at that baby's dick. Holy shit.
So yeah.
This is the point where Boom Boom hates our show.
Yeah, Boom Boom's like, you fucking ruined my show.
These are conversations I've had in person.
I'm going to leave to go to the gym and
I'm gonna be completely honest. I can't confirm or deny. I've probably seen his dick.
Yeah. Oh, people are asking us. Fuck. Yeah. Oh, like it was an insult, but it was kind of good. Yeah, so I'll fucking keep it up. They're like, yeah, your fucking podcast sucks, but you know what? We're fucking real. Like, everyone else has to fucking, like, bow down to audience and fucking beg for money. So, that's kind of cool. Yeah, because, like, I could be phony and shit. Like, yeah, you're fucking great. I'm your pal. But, you know, I have fucking something called self-worth. But, yeah, the thing is, though, too, like, it's weird because, like, YouTube and radio and all that used to not have stuff like that. Like, I notice now, like, people will comment and be like, oh, the podcast sucks. And then, like, they're like, oh, my God, I'll do anything to make it better. Like, I think it's because, like, you know, the buy T-shirts and buy thing that, like, we've become a society of just kissing ass for fucking very little money. Show your dick. Okay. Show your dick. All right. Spend $2,000 a month on Patreon for the next 6 years, and I will show you my dick. You'll be the most unsatisfied person in the world.
So you just mentioned like, oh, we're a society like begging money and buying T-shirts. So is this a bad time to mention that the Coco Club T-shirts are probably coming out soon?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? We'll never fucking sell out. Buy our shirts.
We're not selling out. I mean,
we're buying in.
We're not begging you. We're giving you something in return.
Yeah.
If you don't want it, you can fucking not get it.
We're giving a shitty podcast. No, I think T-shirts are okay because, like, then you're actually getting a product. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. We're not begging you to take the product. You're buying it because you want it.
Yeah. Well, that'd be awesome. I can't wait.
Created, being made by a guy in a wheelchair.
You probably don't have a dick. Yeah, probably not. I love how like he thinks that's what's going to trick me into it. My God, son of a bitch, he's right.
This motherfucker said I don't have a dick. I gotta prove myself. He's got 3 kids. He's got a dick.
I'm glad that live comments has really fucking livened up the place. All right.
Like, he's got 3 kids. He's got a dick, guys. It's just not gigantic.
It's just not gigantic. Sometimes it will surprise you. But dude, I don't know. Like my whole thing is, speaking of dicks, my whole thing is that fucking my whole fucking thing about dicks is like my dick will look fucking small and huge, like in the same fucking time. Like, how is this the same dick? Like sometimes I'll walk up, I'm like, holy shit, it's fucking humongous. Way to go, little guy. And then sometimes I'll look down, like, what the fuck's going on? Come on, wake up.
Yeah,
like,
my dick is as big as the other girl's hand.
He's gay. His wife has a dick. Then, all right. I'm glad Vivek has added so much to this conversation.
Yeah,
Booms, let's wrap this up. I mentioned I wrote a book about dicks.
Oh, no, you didn't exactly write a book about dicks, but you did write a book about people luchador masks killing child molesters. You can buy it now on Amazon.com. It's called Operation Freak Show, written by 2 white guys living in Tokyo. Check it out.
I got it for Christmas.
Did you get an autographed copy?
No one officially has an autographed copy because we live in Tokyo. Or that's not true. No one has an official autographed copy of both of us. Yeah. We're like,
no, I didn't get an autograph. My fiance doesn't really like me, and she bought me it as a gift.
She's like, aha, sucker. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, check out KocoSports.net, and hopefully we'll get better at this. I love how we all worked in television and radio, and they're like, you fucking suck. Yeah.
I hope we never get better.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
Like, I kind of don't want to. Like, I really don't. Like, it's like YouTube, like, they'll send me to the YouTube headquarters a lot, and they're like, you could do this, this, and this to improve. I'm like, I don't want to do that. And they're like, but don't you want to improve? I'm like, no. No. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe for the shittiest podcast in the world. Anyway, mad props. I'm out. Peace. Where the fuck is the off button? I am stalling. Booms, you finish us off. I found the off button.
Okay. Check us out, KocoSports.com, KocoSports.com, your home for combat sports, where the world goes to kick ass, and most importantly, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. Be sure to check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So, with that being said, I am the Boom. Fuck that. I just fucked that up. So,
dude, we just had the worst ending ever. Fucking Caesar's in her head, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Caesar and fucking dicks are in her head.
I was gonna say, I just keep thinking of Dave's dick. I can't do anything right now.
Let's be professional. What's that over there? I am over. Bum, 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 bum.